From the Rivers Casino in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it's Poker Night in America, Celebrity Home Game. Tonight is Professional Wrestlers Night featuring PJ Black, Chavo Guerrero, Fred Ottman, Pat Tanaka, our most recent sweepstakes winner, Jody Connelly, and your host, Vinny Favorito.
Hey everybody, I am Vinny Favorito, your host of Poker Night in America Celebrity Home Game. We're here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the beautiful Rivers Casino. I love Philadelphia, been having a great week here. And usually we call this a poker game, but today I'm gonna call it a poker match because we have some of the best wrestlers, and who likes wrestling more than the people out there? This is gonna be exciting, it's gonna be talk, it's gonna be poker, it's gonna be funny stories, some real stories, and we've been playing. Let's continue the game right now. Really excited. Let's go. The action's on me, actually. Guys, you are just legends. People know who you are. It's crazy. We were just talking a couple of minutes ago, and PJ, you do some crazy extreme sports. I mean, we were talking last night at dinner, and I heard you talking about jumping out of planes, and I thought just with a parachute, which I think is crazy enough. But you do that extreme stuff. What's it called? Death wing or red wing?
Wingsuiting.
Well, it should be called death wing.
Most people call it squirrel suiting, and a company has actually capitalized on that and call their wingsuits squirrel. And yeah, that's the wingsuits I fly.
Wow.
Check. I'll check.
Okay, let's go to the flop. So go ahead.
6 players.
Yeah, what do you want to know? I fly wingsuits. It's awesome. It's like you get, instead of a normal skydive, out of a plane, you get 3 minutes of flight time instead of like 45 seconds of hang time. So a lot of time to.
And you'll jump off just mountains and stuff. I mean,
So
how
that-
do you do that the first time?
So that's base jumping. Base jumping base is actually an acronym for building, antenna, span, and earth. Those are the 4 fixed objects that you can jump from, and then you can jump. You know, wingsuit base is another level of that. That's probably the most extreme sport out there for sure.
And you've jumped out as far as 85,000 feet, where you need
I think
oxygen and stuff. Is that
60
correct?
halo jumps, yeah, it depends where you are, but like 60,000 feet you need.
Wow. It's just, I don't know. Has anybody else ever done that?
Heck no.
No, I don't blame you.
I'm a wrestler. I'm not crazy.
Chavo's not crazy, yeah. Oh, that's great. I think it's scary. I watched some of the footage of it, and I was like, never would I ever do that.
Bet 15.
Pat, you like that board?
I do.
The four excited you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The 4 made it. They made the flush.
And this is really cool too, because not only do we have 4 great wrestlers, but we have our Poker Night in America app sweepstakes winner, Jody. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, sir.
You gotta be excited,
Oh,
huh?
hell yeah.
Are you a wrestling fan yourself?
I watch a little bit. I haven't watched a whole lot in a long time,
So
but
that's a no. That'd be a no. That's a polite no.
And these guys are, before your time, some of them. Oh, he's really,
Fold.
he's loving that stuff.
I'll fold.
Give her the cards. You win, sir. I was open-ended. Nice hand.
Good bluff, Pat.
Thank you.
Very nice job.
appreciate that.
Very nice job.
I know what you're doing there. Good job.
Nice part, yeah. Sounds exciting when an
While you
open-ended
guys
doesn't get
are
that.
talking,
I saw you. I saw you.
You hurt my feeling.
Your
Give me
one,
the boo-boo face with him.
your one feeling.
So again, it's called what wing? Death wing?
Wingsuiting. Just
Wingsuiting.
You can call it squirrel suiting, I guess, but it's
Fred,
correct term.
would you ever do it?
I'm not squirrely enough. Yeah, it would be like more. It wouldn't be floating. Okay.
I would just love to see you soar.
I'd be called
I
full.
would look like the Michelin Man.
Oh my God. Have you ever done anything like that? What's the most dangerous thing you've done as far as besides wrestling as a daredevil? Have you ever done anything? Jumped out of anything?
5.
Oh,
you know what?
Oh, you made it 10?
Yeah.
Raise 10.
Okay.
Crazy. Let's go crazy.
Call.
Yeah, why not?
What the heck?
It would be 2 red chips.
2 red chips.
Better fold.
So I'm curious. Have you ever done anything daredevil type stuff?
I made the mistake of getting on a downhill run, a steep downhill run up north on a Razor scooter
No.
at 400 pounds.
You were on a
And it
Razor
was
scooter?
great. It was doing about 35 miles an hour, and my foot's 18, so it was almost only one foot could go on the scooter, and I was going down a steep hill, and I did great until I got the curb, and then it went bloop, and it was like a brake got hit, and I went about the length of this table, and then I landed on my knees and my hands, just peeled the hands off.
So you did do some kind of
I
wingsuiting.
told Quake about it. He laughed about it for about a week.
Your hands are okay?
Oh yeah.
So
Just
you wanna
other than peel the
call or
skin
do you
off
wanna
of my
fold?
knees and that. Am I gonna call
I'd
or
love to see
fold?
that.
What would you-
That would have been a good one. That'd have been a good YouTube.
Actually, if I owned the Razor company, I'd want him as a sponsor for durability for our products.
Don't flip them over. Yeah, there we go.
Or prosthetic
4
knees.
players.
Well, I think that's, wow, I can't believe you even rode a Razor. That's
Oh yeah. I skateboarded when I was young though.
Check.
Not like they do now though.
Yeah.
Check,
Check.
check.
Okay, to the river we go. Oh, you like that card.
I can imagine why.
All right, I'm gonna do a little raise. I'm gonna make it 30.
Raise the 30. Fold.
Oh man, I just want to see what you have.
And I'm gonna make that dream come true. I have a straight. I had a
do
diamond
it.
draw and then a
you
straight
did.
draw.
Nice.
Good hand.
Well, listen, that's exciting stuff, but
Yes.
we did some talking before the show, and
Yes.
I want to show the listeners at home part of your interview.
My poker playing background. Just friends taking money from me. Mostly locker room banter, friendly games and stuff like that. It's been a while. Scary.
How do you think you'll fare this thing?
Oh, I think we'll have a lot of fun. The wrestling business is a family. And no matter what wrestler you'll talk to, we're all family, and there's some of your family you're not real proud of. It's some of them, are crazy. That's the wrestling business. That's right.
Live and in color, if you will, just like my brother-in-law, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, baby.
Would say,
You are really animated too, and I wish they could see even more of that. But that's what you were famous for, the tug thing. But
That's Tugboat. Yeah.
Yes, but
Yes.
was that your favorite character that you were in the wrestling community?
Well, people ask me, what's your favorite character? But I like them all. Anything that was given to me, you own it. And you want to do the best you can to get that, bring out that personality of that character.
Action's on you.
Check. You got a call or fold, yeah.
Call.
I'll raise.
Raise.
Oh. And you have the invisible cards when you're raising.
Yep.
You're the man.
Like that.
But a lot of you in the wrestling community, you change your names a lot, right, Chavo? Well, you didn't so much, but
I've changed it a few times.
yeah. But you've had like how many? You've had like 6 names. I'm like, is he a criminal or a wrestler? Why all the aliens?
No, only 2 or 3. I started out as PJ Black when I was 15, actually, and when I got signed to WWE, obviously they
Gabriel.
copyright, because they want to own all the names, I guess, and copyright issues, and but then right after that, I went back to PJ Black. So, but I feel like more people know Justin Gabriel because he was on TV for a while.
But
that-
TV's so strong, that's why, that WWE TV is so strong throughout the world. So that's how the most people know you is by that
That's
name.
fine.
So when you're with a big federation, and you've got this name, now you move on, or you even before you change your name. Don't the fans get confused? You know what I'm saying?
Some fans do, for sure, but the true fans don't. The true fans don't. The true fans know what name you are.
I did.
And where you go from there, for sure.
Okay.
But he'll tell you more about that for sure, right? PJ, like,
Yeah,
how
what's
about
that? I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
How did people
I'll check back to you.
know you, like when you left? Like they knew you right when you turned to PJ Black. They went right and knew exactly you were the true fans.
The
right?
true fans, the hardcore fans, a lot of them. But my goal too is when my wrestling career is over to have them remember PJ Black rather than Justin Gabriel.
Sure.
But like when you wrestle, say pre-internet, if you change your name,
Just like a lot of guys in the business,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of names.
Yeah.
You want me to go down the list?
Well, you started out as what, the Iron Man?
No, the mighty Siegfried, when that was given to me by Boris Malenko, but was actually given to me because I'm Austrian and Hungarian descent. And there was a old-time strongman named the mighty Siegfried in Germany. And Karl Gotch is the one who suggested that to, who was a legend, to his friend Boris Malenko, and they put that on me. But it was Siegfried. Then I went to, when the Terminator movie came out.
It's on you. Terminator came out.
Terminator came out, so when I went to my first territory, actually out in San Antonio, I came in as Terminator. Then they swapped me to Big Bubba, because Big Bubba in Texas is like a term of endearment. You know, hey Bubba, how you doing, Bubba? 25? What?
He made it 25, so 20 more to you.
20 more to me?
Yeah, we all dropped out.
Okay, you're almost there.
5 more.
Oh, 5 more.
10 more.
Math's not so good, huh?
Don't make me do that. Don't make me explain to you why. For a very special friend. For a special friend.
Too many chair shots.
Don't make me go there. You're gonna make me go there. He's gonna take the PG rating off this. Oh.
For a big guy, those chips look heavy.
That's from having a wife. Keep the money in your pocket. 20 more?
$20.
Oh my gosh.
That would be 2 more of those.
2 more of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I told you. You know how many concussions I've had?
I wish you worked the toll booths here.
Excellent. I'll give you a deal. Let's make a deal. Such a deal I'd give for you.
Oh man, it's
Now, Pat, you had quite a few names, yes? What did you start out as in your wrestling career?
Well, I've always had just me, Pat Tanaka. That was my wrestling name pretty much all my career.
It was?
Yeah, one time, I guess someone thought it would be a good idea to put a mask on me and call me El Gato.
El Gato, yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, and
Which is a Spanish word, isn't it?
yes, it is.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow, I'm a genius.
And
Take it easy, Rosetta Stone.
El Genio.
Oh God, did I hate that name?
You did hate it.
Oh God, it was the worst thing ever for me.
You know, my first match on TV was against him.
No
My
way.
very first match is my first rookie.
So was Little People wrestling?
Easy Kareem, easy Kareem.
Wow, here we go.
Hey, the Lakers called, right? They want to sign you as a center, right?
Here we go.
I'm usually the short guy. I'm so happy you two
Oh,
are
you
here.
still are.
When you walked downstairs, did you notice how much gum was stuck under the table?
Oh, man. I love it.
No, you know, we're talking in the green room, and you got a great sense of humor, but you're not only in the entertainment business with wrestling, but you're behind a couple of TV shows. So you get it, man, and you know, there's the technical side, and then the entertainment side, and the fun side, and the serious side, and that's what I think. You're the package, you know what I mean? You're doing a great job. You have an Emmy? Tell everybody about the Emmy.
I have a SAG award.
SAG
and then
award.
also the Emmy was awarded to our stunt team on Glow. And yeah, man. I got a couple
But you didn't get...
That's awesome.
Was it me?
25.
25 to me?
But that's huge. I mean, that's big stuff. And the show is called Glow on Netflix.
On Glow on Netflix, yep.
And for people who don't know, tell us a little bit about it in a minute, but let's get through the hand.
Yeah, sure.
It's a big bet.
I'll respect it.
And he's gonna fold. I think it was a smart move. Hey, listen, we're gonna take a break. We will be back in just a couple of minutes right here at the beautiful Rivers Casino in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Play rake-free daily fantasy sports at fantasydraft.com or download the app from your app store. Use promo code PNIA for a VIP free roll.
Wrestling has actually taught me a lot about poker because to me it's a game about psychology, mostly. You know, obviously the math and all that other stuff comes into play, but for me it's about psychology, and wrestling is the same way. Been playing like seriously like competitions probably for like the last 5 years. I'm a tournament player. The cash games are okay, but I love tournaments. You know, I like to have a beginning and an end. I know Pat, he plays quite often, and he's a big gambler, so I got to keep my eye out on him. As far as the other guys, I'm not really too concerned. Maybe the sweepstakes winner. I mean, obviously he plays and he probably knows the game better than most of the guys at the table, so he's probably a guy that I'm gonna have to keep my eye on.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America's celebrity home game right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the Rivers Casino. That was a little interview from PJ Black. So you really think and I agree with you, it's a psychological game.
Totally.
Because one thing about Texas Hold'em, in my opinion, is people say, well, it's luck or is it skill? Once the cards are dealt, nothing changes in this game, nothing. There's gonna be those same 5 cards every time on the board, and then the skill kicks in, like you say. You gotta read the players, be psychological, know how to bet.
Right. I mean, strategy kicks in because you gotta like count people's chips, and like you check their patterns. A lot of people have patterns, and as humans, we can recognize patterns. And you know, sometimes it's subconscious for some people, but wrestling has actually taught me how to actually pinpoint that, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. Now you're from South Africa, and
Yes, sir.
just talking to you this morning makes me realize that Leonardo Dicaprio didn't do a good accent in that movie.
He actually did a fairly decent accent. I remember when he was filming that movie, actually in Cape Town, he would take home a different South African girl from the club every night, and he was like, it was just to learn the accent.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
that's what I told my wife. Why were you with that girl in the car? I'm trying to learn the accent. That's what I'm doing. I think it's pretty cool stuff. But you're very educated too. I mean, if this is true, your mom did not want you to become a wrestler.
Yeah, she did not.
You talked about that. But you listened to her, you went to school, you got an education, and you have a
I have a master's degree in sports science and in sports nutrition. Nutrition is actually my passion.
Me too.
I can tell.
Which cheesesteak
I
you're
can
gonna
tell
eat
you
tonight?
what the bad stuff is. But then you said something pretty cool. You started wrestling, and then you showed your mom your first check, and she was like, yeah, screw school.
Right, and that was actually my first check. It was the first time she see me wrestle live, and it was WrestleMania in Atlanta. I forget, it was at 32, I forget, 28, I don't know. But yeah, I flew over. She's never been on a plane either. She flew from South Africa to Atlanta, 16 hours on a plane.
Wow.
She yelled at me all the way, and then yeah, I showed her my check, and she was like, all right, pretty cool. And you know, till this day, she's a huge wrestling fan now. She follows everything on social media. She watches every single wrestling show on the network, everywhere. She loves it.
That's so cool. Does she still live in South Africa?
She does. My whole family's back home in South Africa.
Now, how often do you get to go home?
Not often enough. With WWE, I did like 3 or 4 tours. I just started a company in South Africa, actually, so I'll be going back in October, which I'm very excited about.
That's great. And your career is soaring. You just signed a huge deal. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I just signed a huge deal with Ring of Honor. I'm very lucky. I had a couple of other offers on the table, but you know, like I was weighing them up, and I was looking at the Ring of Honor roster, and they have a fantastic roster at the moment. And I was like, yeah, I can have good matches, great matches with all of these guys. So it was kind of, and they give me creative freedom. You know, as wrestling, I feel like wrestling is kind of an art form, and you know, to have creative freedom is huge, which you don't have in some of the bigger companies.
Right.
So for me, having that is massive. So it was an easy decision for me.
Well, that's awesome, man. And getting back to what we were talking about, the entertainment side of wrestling is just awesome. I mean, you guys put on the best show, and I don't care what anybody says as far as, is it, because it's the #1 question, and it's not being asked by me, is it real, is it fake? Well, let me tell you something. From all the injuries you guys go through doing this entertainment, there's not a sport in the world, I think, that puts their bodies on the line more than you guys do. And you're always this close to snapping your neck. I mean, you said that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from other sports, because everything, you know, respect to any other sport that they do, for sure. But in wrestling, you know, we're doing it, you know, 300 days a year. You know, there's no off seasons. You know, we really go, and you know, we're really that close. Like I say, every time to break our necks. Really, it's true.
But even Fred was talking earlier about, you know, he's had 160 stitches in his head, and he's broken all these fingers and this hand, and 4 teeth knocked out, and it's just no joke. I mean, you guys are constantly being thrown to the floor, which doesn't so much affect you because you're close to the floor. But should I stop my foot when I do a joke?
Those jokes are going to put me on the floor right now, too.
Oh, my God.
I'm so sorry. I'm the ref. You can't hit the ref.
Is it to me? It's 20 to me.
I've been known to hit the ref.
I can't hit the ref.
You guys do hit
I'll
the
take the
ref.
suspension.
You guys do hit the refs. I think that's cool.
I think he needs a couple of chops. We should give him a couple of chops.
No chops. And the managers, right? That's a big part of wrestling. Managers come
Yeah,
out.
managers.
More in the old days, though, right?
Yeah, managers is a lot of, it's part of they put a manager with a wrestler that sometimes wasn't a good verbal speaker out there and couldn't really sell the matches with his mouth.
Right.
So they put like Jimmy Mouth of the South Hart with you, and he would do all your talking for you.
Right.
That's really what the managers were back in the day. Now it's a little bit different now here and there, but.
Does your manager know that you do the flying stuff? Because we have a little footage of it right now.
Oh, fantastic.
We're going to show it in just a minute. I'm so excited to see this. Actually, I'm afraid to see it. It is scary what you do. It really
It's not really
is.
scary. For me, it's more like it's like a forced meditation, really. Because like when you do it, when you stand on top of a cliff or when you jump out of a plane,
Forced
it's like
prayer, because it's forcing you to pray.
it's like it's a forced meditation because you have to be
10? I'm sorry.
you have to be completely present in the moment. You don't think of like stuff you did yesterday or bills you have to pay tomorrow. It's just like you're completely present in that moment.
But what's it like when you're dropping from 80,000 feet? What's that like?
It's amazing, best feeling in the world, and every single time it gets better. Every single time you learn something new.
Wow. Now, you guys get hit with chairs and stuff. Is there an art to receiving it where it doesn't hurt? Because next time my wife does it, I want to know how to take it.
That's why you go to the gym a lot, okay?
You know what? In that, with a chair, there's a sweet spot in the middle of the chair.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
So you want him in the middle of the chair, but
Okay.
when you're moving around, you're sweating, the heat of the moment. We get cut open by chairs all the time. Unfortunately.
Since we were talking about the jumping, can we please show everybody at home? This is crazy, but we're gonna show it to you. This is you. This is you as a bat. That was unbelievable.
Now you pack your own shoots, right?
That was cool.
Sometimes. Sometimes I'll pay someone to do it.
Do you trust somebody to do it for you, though?
Oh yeah, they're pros. I'd rather trust someone else to do it than
Tampa's
me.
been real unlucky lately. There's been several incidents where.
It's on you, Fred.
Yeah, but if you look at several incidents and you look at the stats, it's still like less than 1% injury rate. It's just because there's high volume in Florida.
That was just awesome.
You want to try now, don't you?
No.
Come on, I'll take you for a jump.
Yeah, that's right. That was unbelievable.
Thank you.
I mean, it looked like you were just standing in the middle of the air. Do you feel like you should have a cross behind you? Because that's how it looked.
So with that suit too, you get like a 3-to-1 glide ratio, right? So for every meter that you fall down, you get 3 meters forward drive. So every 40 miles an hour down, I get 120 miles an hour forward speed. So average speed is 120. I can get up to 200 miles an hour forward speed.
Wow.
And the technology is crazy. Like we have so much control. We have 100% control of our body.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to hear a lot more about this and some other great stories. We're going to take another break. We will be right back here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the Rivers Casino.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
When the whole Texas Hold'em revolution came about, we just all jumped right in, head first, and just were playing all the time, whether it be cash games or just games on the block. But that's basically what I've done and how much I've played. It's one thing in wrestling, you learn to read people really fast, and being in the Hollywood business, that even faster. So it definitely holds true being on a poker table also. You get to learn people's tells real fast, and you get to learn how they, whether they got a good hand or not. So lie, cheat, steal was Los Guerrero's motto. We always say we lie, we cheat, we steal, but at least we're honest. Because we tell you straight up exactly what we were, and hey, everybody's gonna lie and cheat and steal, but they just won't tell you, hey, we're honest about it.
That's awesome. You got to be honest about it. Welcome back to Poker Night in America's celebrity home game right here at the Rivers Casino in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We just saw a little bit on Chavo. You know what, man? You talked about coming. You come from such a big dynasty of wrestlers, a family, true 3 generations.
Right.
You grew up with a ring in your backyard. You knew it was what you wanted to do and what you were going to do. But you amazed me talking before the show, before the game, saying your first 5 years you do 1,500 matches, and then you're just starting to catch on. Okay, I'm getting this, and then another 5 years, another 1,500 matches before you know you're ready. That's incredible. 3,000 matches before you know you're ready.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I maybe it took me a little bit longer, but literally, I just think that. It's such an art form, wrestling. Yeah, we can do the moves, but you don't know why you're doing the moves. It takes you a long time to actually be able to read the crowd and figure out what I want to do and what story I want to tell out there. Because every night's different, every crowd is different. You could be in the same city 2 nights in a row, and it could be the same people there. They're going to react completely different. Right. So you have to be able to read that. So we're like improv specialists. You think about you on the comedy stage, and I know you haven't done it very much by your jokes, but but that 1 or 2 times you were on the stage, you got booed off. That they basically said that you learn how to read the fans and kind of what direction you want to go with. If you're going to get, if there's a lot of kids in the audience, you want to go a certain route. If there's not, if it's more of a PG route or a rated R route, you can. I'm going to check too.
Especially in my style of comedy, it's a lot of ad-libbing. So
right.
I do have to know how to read a crowd. But you guys go through. Go ahead. But you guys, the practice that you have to put in to pull these moves off. You guys are jumping from the top of the ropes, and big guys landing on guys. I mean, how do you? In the beginning, it's gotta. Oh, sorry, I missed. We'll try it again. I mean, you're getting injured just practicing to make the public happy.
We always say that you don't really practice anymore because it hurts too much. It hurts practice. When the adrenaline's going and the crowds, you feel the electricity of the crowd out there. That's when it doesn't hurt.
Well, you know what? You're explaining it, but I think to see it is better. Let's see some of this.
Right.
Some of this in action.
Rey Mysterio uses the ropes for momentum. Oh, he went for what looked like a tornado DDT, but Chavo caught him with a classic backbreaker. We will call that a caberadora. And there, the acknowledgement of Eddie Guerrero. But I've mentioned before, that may only serve to raise the emotions of Rey Mysterio, who is Eddie Guerrero's best friend. And now the 3 amigos, a series of suplexes, of course, made famous by Eddie Guerrero. Some call it sacrilege, others call it homage. Rey Mysterio calls it not enough. Ducks the clothesline. Rey on the move now. There's the move he was going for. It was a tilt-a-whirl head scissor. And now the 619 is set up. And look at Chavo, look at Chavo. There he goes. Chavo's pops coming to the rescue. Whoa. Oh. What's he doing? What? Never trust a Guerrero.
So that was a loser leave town match, and you can't win on a disqualification. So what he did, being my dad, Chavo Classic, he went up there and he hit me, so I get disqualified. So hey, he can't lose this match, so he's got to stay. He can't lose. He can't leave the town. But what happened to our disgruntled is that Dario Cueto, the head of Lucha Underground, decided to change the rules and said, hey, it's going to be a no DQ match, so we had to continue. So that was Rey Mysterio right there, was one of my arch rivals and favorite opponents.
Wow, but just the moves and the skill that's involved, but then to have your dad, who's a true legend in the wrestling world, in the same ring with you while you're in the middle of your fight. I mean, that's got to be special.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the last things that he did before he passed away. And you know, just to have him, you know, together with us and in that ring, and his, you know, the history that Rey Mysterio has with the Guerrero family, and just to have my dad there, you know, it's a dream, because you know I grew up watching my dad, and to be able to be his peer, you know, means a lot.
It's special.
His psychology is so good.
Yeah, he was good for it. You both knew him very well.
He was amazing.
You both knew him very well. Yeah, there was a time when he was on his game, he was. He was great.
Well, your family has a lot of respect in business. I think it's great. Jody, you come from the Philadelphia area yourself?
Yes, sir.
And you work in the area, have a beautiful wife and kids. But in high school, growing up, were you athletic at all? Did you play
Played football, played baseball, did track.
Beautiful.
Wow. You did a lot of sports.
I did. And I got into work.
And what was your favorite sport that you played?
Football.
Did you ever wrestle in school?
I tried it for a little bit.
The only, like, when they made us wrestle, like in gym class, and they let you get on, the guy get on his hands and knees, and you did the hold his wrist. That was my favorite. I'm like, this is nice. This is nice. The guy's gonna right away get on his hands and knees. I might have a shot at this, you know?
It's the over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
Until he flipped you over his shoulder.
And you know what, you guys, and don't take this the wrong way, your strength, you like...
How do you not take something wrong when they say, here, now don't take, no offense. You know someone's going to dig you when they say, hey, no offense.
And I would never use the word fence with you.
Why would jump it? I mean,
that's my point.
It's like it's non-existent.
But you're like, seriously, you're like ants. Your strength of what you can lift. You could actually take him back in the day and spin him like that.
If he'd let me.
But that's what I'm saying. You guys, your strength is really unbelievable. And you in the ring, being a big guy, but you were really fast. I mean, you were a fast guy, especially when you were part of Earthquake and Typhoon, right?
Yeah, natural disasters.
I mean, it's incredible.
Hey, to just in his behalf, really, his size and his speed that he had and the strength that he had was and the strength that he had was just amazing.
Yeah,
really, for sure.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. You guys just you all do amaze me. What was your biggest fight, Pat? The most memorable fight?
Probably with you today.
Who's my little cowboy?
Well, I think it was probably against his father when we were in AWA.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And it was crazy because they were going for the titles against us, and his father was something else, man. We had the best times too. But you know, I mean, the battle was pretty much making it to the next day. Of wrestling, you know, because we partied so hard, you know.
20 to you, sir.
That's the thing about Texas, they knew where all the beer stands were. Because you have dry counties.
Yeah.
So
totally.
you ride with the old school guys because they knew where the beer stops were.
Well, it's amazing that, you know, here he is a wrestler, and then you fought his father, and it kind of comes back to what you said in the green room. You're all a family.
Yes.
And you really are a family, and it all comes around. Now, your wrestling career, you're obviously older in the business, but now you've started a school, and you're in North Dakota.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the school?
It's called Tanaka Productions.
And you have your students. You're open about 4 months, I believe.
Yes.
And you say you already have a couple of guys ready to go.
Well, I mean, I think that they're going to be ready to go real soon. Usually, you don't even, you don't have kids that are going to be ready after 4 months or anything. I mean, because usually it takes about a year, you know, to really, oh, I'm sorry about that. I think that I do have guys that really want it that bad.
And when you train them, do you ever talk to them about representing them and going on that side of the business to manage them?
No.
Really? Well, who's going to know them better than you?
I understand that, but
and you know the
what?
business.
I mean, someone like me, I mean, I wouldn't want to manage anybody. That's not what, you know, I don't think they want me managing me either. So I'm one person that you don't want managing. Because, I mean, I don't know anything about that side of the business.
Yeah.
I've always been on the other side.
Right.
You know, the dark side, so, as they say.
There's a lot of guys out there that promise you the world. Sure. Oh, you come train with me, you know, and I'll get you here, I'll get you there, I'll get you to the WWE, I'll get you to, you know, to one of the other companies, you know, to Japan and that, and
cool. Well, we'll talk about that in just a second, because we have to take another break. This game, you know, this is really great. I don't even want to leave, but we have to. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes right here in Philadelphia at the Rivers Casino, Poker Night in America Live, Celebrity Home Game.
Play rake-free daily fantasy sports at fantasydraft.com or download the app from your app store. Use promo code PNIA for a VIP free roll.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Poker Night in America, Celebrity Home Game. Once again, I'm your host, Vinny Favorito. We are here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the Rivers Casino, and we're here with these great wrestlers, these great stories, stuff you can never hear unless you watch a show like this. And you know, Pat, you've done some really exciting stuff in your career, but there's something else that people don't know about or may not know about, and it's pretty exciting in the movie business.
Well, yeah, I you know what, I mean, you would think that, I mean, you know, I'd be a good actor or whatever, but, you know, honestly, I got lucky and scored in a movie just a while ago. It's called Monster Force Zero. It's a sci-fi, and I got lucky and got to do it, and now it's being, it got picked for the Intergalactic Kapow Festival.
Wow, that's awesome.
The film festival. Anyway, it's there in September. And I think it's really cool, man, that they made it that far. So I mean, I mean, it's awesome.
It is cool. What kind of part do you have in the movie?
About 25.
I am the janitor. I'm like a Mr. Miyagi in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's cool, man. You know, because that's it. You never know. You never know what offer's going to come your way, what's going to pop
you got
up.
5, don't you?
Wow.
Oh, you got the flush.
Look
right,
at this.
Better.
Oh, man, our sweepstakes, man. Rivers, the flush. Nice job, Jody. Nice job, Jody. Wow. Great hand. You know what? And that's how you became a winner, through the sweepstakes. And you at home, you could actually be right here, just like Jody, playing poker with all these professional athletes. All you have to do is search for the free Poker Night in America app, download it, sign up for the sweepstakes, and you can win an all-expense-paid trip to appear on national television with my friends and myself. So what are you waiting for? Pull out your phone and download it today. You got to do it, right, Jody? It worked for you. It can work for them. What was it like when you got the call? You're going to be on the show. Tell the story, because I believe you hung up on them the first time.
I did.
What were you thinking?
One of the scam call, something. They're trying to get money from me. Send me money. You can go play poker.
Wow. And then they called you back?
Yeah, he called me back. He goes, dude, you seriously won. I'm like, oh, okay, you sound pretty cool. I'll try it.
That's awesome. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And they bring you out and they
bring you out, they
set you up and they
set
comp
your
your
room,
some cash.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. And you get to meet some pretty great
awesome
guys. Really great
I'll
guys.
be base jumping with him in a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's actually not base jumping, right? It's suicide.
It's actually a very controlled sport.
It's just,
that's what we do
I
for a
am
living.
definitely going to get my wife interested in this.
Yes.
But seriously, I mean, they fly. I don't want to keep talking about, but they fly like through trees and everything. I just don't know how you plan ahead for that because you're going so fast, right?
Well, those guys are professionals, you know. Those guys, most of those guys that you see on YouTube have like tens of thousands of jumps, you know, out of planes, and they train all day, every day, and that's their profession, you know. Those guys are pros. That's what I want to get to that level.
You are one cool dude, man. You're like that kid. There's always that kid in the neighborhood growing up that could pop the wheelie for the whole street. Remember on those bikes, the chopper, they had the small wheel in the front, the big wheel in the back.
Hey,
Dating
I used to
myself.
do that, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
On
serious.
a razor.
Right. Oh, no, the razor was a different deal.
He thought that was the brakes. That was the wheels coming up through the razor.
Oh, you hurt my feeling.
Oh, you're the only guy at the table I can outrun.
Oh, don't let me fall on you.
No, I won't.
If you stop real quick, if I stop quick, you fall on my butt cheeks.
Seriously, when I saw you getting out of the car this morning, I went, I'm not doing that bad.
He could probably still pick you up and throw you.
Do you need to give him any ideas?
It sounds like fun.
You know, getting on the serious side of the business, though, and Pat, it kind of blew me away. I know a lot of hockey players and football players, and the concussion thing in sports is a pretty serious thing. And some of these guys have had, 4 or 5 concussions, and they go through a lot. You've had over 60 concussions. That's frightening. It's really frightening, and you seem pretty good. I mean, I don't know how you...
Well, they said it was because, you can't really hurt something that's already been done,
Is that what they say? Is
Something
that really
that's
what
not
they
there.
say?
You can't hurt something that's not exactly existent. Oh,
wow.
man.
There's some cells there. He's doing pretty good.
No, you know what? We were talking last night and this morning by by Penn's Landing, and we had some nice conversation. I just think you're really cool, and not one guy said brother yet.
Well, you know, brother.
I'll get your brother.
We say brother to each other.
You got the
brothers to
real.
all each
You
other.
got the real commercial voice. Yeah.
We call each other brothers all the time.
Well, you say.
Nice hand.
Very nice.
Hermano. I took it from you.
Sorry about that. All right, guys, listen, we have to take another break. We will be back in just a couple of minutes right here at the Rivers Casino in Philadelphia. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Poker Night in America Celebrity Home Game right here in Philadelphia at the Rivers Casino. You know what? This, unfortunately, is the end of part 1 of the show, but this is so great. We're going to continue this with a part 2. But right now, let's take a look at the chip count, see where everybody stands in the game. Chavo up $175. Tanaka up $80. I'm up $70. Connelly, Jody, you are down $70. Jeff Ottman down $125, and PJ Black down $130. But you know what? Don't worry about it, because we're going to have a part 2 to this show, and you have a chance to win that money back. I hope you guys have as much fun as I am. Our beautiful dealer, Anna, you're doing a great job, super job. And I want to thank everybody here at the Rivers Casino. I got to tell you something. I've been in casinos all over the country. This staff is unreal, from the poker guy, Tommy, all the way to the banquet guy, Jess, everybody, Tiffany. The poker room downstairs, fabulous. Come to the Rivers Casino. I'm Vinny Favorito. We'll see you next time right here on Poker Night in America Celebrity Home Game. It was reported last night that a new host is needed for Poker Night in America Celebrity Home Game. There was a drive-by, but it wasn't Chavo because he couldn't even see out the window. I think you're awesome. I just want to pick you up and go, I'd like to thank the Academy. You know.
Man, what did you do again?
Sell tools.
Can you sell him?
What are you saying? He's a tool?
I'm teasing. I'm sorry.
Hey, quit writing mean stuff in the comments, guys. I'm just kidding. Everything you write helps us. It's called engagement. Go to town. Also, like and subscribe. But you'll write the mean stuff, too. It's all good.